Okay, so pretty straightforward. There are a few things that you can do in a notepad, but they didn't work for me. So step one is pretty much going to be the easiest, and if you open up the drivers, which can be found over here, just by opening this up by left clicking it, and then over here, sometimes it'll open up minimized, so you'll have to click on the icon, and then just go over to press keys, or about, but press keys is what I do. And then down here, if you haven't enabled run as administrator, there will be a button, press that. It'll pop up with the UAC, just hit yes, and that'll normally fix it. The whole time, Sai should be left open. If that doesn't fix it, close Sai, reopen it, maybe close Sai, hit run it as administrator, and then open it, but pretty much it's hooking into Sai, so you need Sai to be open while it's hooking into it. Then the second most likely problem, if that doesn't fix it, is that you will have to close the Huion driver completely by right-clicking it and hitting exit, and then reopening it and doing the exact same thing. And one other thing that you can do to make sure that it always opens with it in administrator mode is to right-click the shortcut that you use, go over to compatibility, and then switch to run this program as an administrator and hit apply. And then whenever you run it using that shortcut, it'll automatically be running in that mode. And then if you have this weird offset with your monitor, most likely it's just you've got, the wrong monitor, it's set up weird. But if that's not it, what you'll have to do is unplug and plug back in your other monitor. Not the drawing monitor, but for instance, this TV. And I haven't tested it, but you might be able to just select the other monitor and then scroll down. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter. And then just select show only on, and then the number would be whichever one your drawing monitor is. So I'd switch it over to show only on 2, which would effectively disconnect this one through Windows, and then that should fix the offset. Now, the only other things that I haven't shown in this that might fix it for you is if you don't already have it, select Enable Windows Ink and just toggle it off and on, hitting apply each time. You want Windows Ink on. Like, ultimately, that's what you want. But your Sai might be set up with the setting to not use Windows Ink, but you want to use Windows Ink. Like, that's just the set of APIs that you want to use with Sai. So if you go into Sai, you hit Properties, and then Details. Wait, no. Windows 10's a little bit weird, inconsistent at times. Okay, so if you look at Location, hit Copy. I don't actually use Sai, so I don't know where I keep mine or anything. So you would go over to honestly, I just have this so I can make this video. What did we call it? It's like miscellaneous.ini right there. And then inside of this, okay, so when it says tablet mouse simulation, you can use WinTab, which is yet another set of APIs. I think that's part of Windows Ink. A little bit rusty on that, but I'm pretty sure you want that set to 0 just to have it controlled by Sai, but you can switch it over if you'd like. Tablet cursor mode should almost certainly be on 0, but you can switch that over. And then finally there's avoid old Wacom bug. And between all of those, you should be able to fix your Sai with the Huion drivers. But not my preferred program, and generally a little bit buggy. If none of this fixes it, Sai works, but there's a lot of just weirdness with Sai. So